Things happen. I'm not even hearing myself. Oh. Yeah, thank you for letting us know. I'm not hearing anything. Oh, why? Behind. Okay. What's up?
Is it as stuck as the other ones were? Because yeah, my audio now is okay. I believe you guys can hear me now.
Okay, he says it's okay now. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Yes. So I guess I can go back talk about my life update. Yeah. So I was just saying that
Mm,
I realized that I was the only my apartment didn't have lights. So
mm,
when I went to meet the landlady, she has her son who had to go and touch the meter, and he's not at home, so
mm,
they cannot rectify the situation. And this is like the 10th time it has happened.
mm,
So
mm.
I feel like today when the light comes back, when the boy comes back, I have to have like a long discussion with him. Let him tell me what's happening and what can be done for a long time, because the other times, like when he comes and fixes the mess,
Wait.
I'm like, okay, fine, everything is good, but it keeps on happening.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask. That is that something that happens like often? Is it a recurring experience or what?
Yeah, it has happened like 10 times. Although I'll not say often because it's kind of spaced
10?
out. It's spaced out. Like it can happen like 1 month, then the next month again it happens one. So
Oh.
every time it happens, you're like, okay. But still, I feel like I really need to have a long discussion with him. Let him tell me like what's really happening, what can really be
Mm.
done, so it doesn't happen anymore. Because yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, so on my end, I had a problem like we are not in Cameroon and here lockdown here is serious. These guys take this like they don't joke with this lockdown stuff, you know?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
here oh, so this is why this shit was doing what it was doing. So here we can only purchase using our card. So we go to the ATM and withdraw money to buy or and the rest. So I tried using my card and they were telling me I have no money in it. But I'm actually saying that I don't only have money in it, but I have enough money in it. So I called my bank
Yeah.
and they were saying, wait, due to this coronavirus, we are trying to prevent the spread of coronavirus. So our customer service does not work. Uh, it will be delaying and so what. So they had to put me on hold when you told me that let's go online. When you told me that, okay, you're ready, let's do it. And I believe it's because of the situation that way that you wanted to do it early. Like you wanted us
Yeah.
to do it early. Yeah, and I'm sorry that I could not even catch up because of what I was,
Yeah,
my own situation
yeah.
this
My
way.
issue was my battery was going low, so I was
Mm-hmm.
scared. So that since we started late, I had to go and look for somebody now. So as I'm talking now, I have to be charging it. So I had to look for a place to be charging. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Your laptop battery.
I'm using my phone.
Okay, okay, yeah. I forgot that when you have to come to my side, you use your phone. When I have to go to your side, I use
No
my phone.
stress.
Yeah, no stress. You
Mhm.
can just walk around with it. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, you can just walk around. I don't know why this thing
Exactly.
is messing up today. It's my OBS. I don't know what is happening.
There's something showing on the screen. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. That's what I'm trying to fix.
Okay.
Yeah. So as for the topic of today, how do you handle hate comments like negative energy? Like some guys say negative energy. How do you handle hate comments? How do you deal with it? If you guys have any solution, you guys,
Mm.
because some of us we may have ways of dealing with it, but sometimes those ways don't work. Sometimes you and it does not work. So you guys can tell us how you deal with hate comments or how can we manage hate comments.
Hmm.
So Ita, do you
Yeah.
have
So
any strategy for me? Any way that can work?
oh yeah, I have lots and lots of strategies. For me, it's more of being detached to the hate, right? For me,
Mm,
whoever is giving the hate, most of the time it's strangers who don't know me. So I'm
mm,
like, it's not like you really know me as a person. It's not like you're talking out of facts. You're just talking because you have been given this platform and you feel like you can say what you want to say without any consequence.
mm,
So for me, it's true at the moment it might really hurt, but I'll tell you the first time I received the hate comment, it hurt and it hurt for a long time. But I'll
mm.
tell you as time keeps on going on,
Yeah.
it hurts less. it hurts less. It's like okay, another hate comment, and honestly, I'll tell you when I see that a comment is starting going towards the direction of hate, I don't read it to the end. I don't read it to the end.
Okay, that's your own
Uh,
way.
yeah, I can just glance through quickly and I see one or two hate words. I don't read it till the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh, and it has made in such a way that under Jovi videos, right?
Yeah,
Because
you
I
don't read
know that
comments. Boko gang.
I don't, I don't.
Boko
Yeah,
gang.
because I know what's coming. I know
Yeah.
what's coming. Yeah, I know what's coming, so I don't just read comment. I just try to stay away from it. Yeah.
Yeah, on my end, I actually read it. You know, I read every comment.
Mhm.
It's a comment. I actually read it,
Mhm.
and I ignore most of them. But the day, it just depends on my mood that day. If I'm in a good mood, I
Mhm.
just laugh it off and
Mhm.
ignore it. If I'm in a bad
Mhm.
mood, so I have two forms of bad moods. If I'm in a bad mood that I want to talk shit. When I see it, I reply it. So we keep talking. By the way, when you stay under the video and you reply, you increase the impression of the video and you give YouTube more impression and we keep talking. So that's one thing you should think about.
It's a good thing for you.
That's one thing you should think about when they put all those hate comments. Stay there, debate with
Mhm.
them, dialogue with them. It's, yeah, when you talk together, like you two see that okay, that video is having more interactions, the impression increase, so they may push it up.
Mhm.
Yeah, they may start pushing the thing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes it depends on that bad mood that day, the day I want to talk. Okay, I will, and the other bad mood day is a day that I'll just ignore it. I will not even reply it.
Mhm.
Yeah, because but I
Yeah.
must read it. So I always read it. I must read it.
Mhm. Yeah, so like I remember we had this discussion, I think it was offline the other time. Like me
Mm.
going into this YouTube thing, I'm very cautious of my mental health, like very cautious. Like anything that I'm like sensing that okay, this might affect my mental health in a way, I
Mm.
feel a type of way about this thing. I just try to stay away from it. It's true that it okay, staying under the video increase the impression of the video at the end
Yeah.
of the day is good for you as a YouTuber. But I don't like there's some things which I'm really sacrifice for YouTube. Like I'm ready to sacrifice my sleep, I'm ready to
Mm.
sacrifice like my time. I'm ready to sacrifice like there are a lot of things which I'm ready to give up for YouTube, but my mental health
Mm.
is not one of them. And so like hate comments is
Mm.
something that really gets me in that way. Maybe
Mm.
as time goes by, I might become because like in the beginning it really used to hurt me, but now it's like it's getting less. So maybe as
Mm.
time goes by, I'll become more and more numb to it. Then I'll be able to read it and engage, and it's not really going to affect me. But right now, like I know myself, I'm really self-aware about that, and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
stay away from it for now. Yeah.
For me, if hate comments don't impact my mood, if my mood was
Mm.
impacted, it was something that came before the hate comment. It was something that came offline. It's something that came in my personal life. But
Mhm.
there's no day I would just read a comment and let it affect or change my mood or affect my day. Like I read it. I don't avoid it. I read everything. Like this Bogogan guy is
Yeah.
now my favorite guy and that. I like Una. Una come, let's talk, okay? Because most of them don't even come with facts. Like yesterday and the day before yesterday. I think yeah,
Mm.
yesterday and even today, Mboko Gangai came on one of those segments, one of those clips I did from my podcast on the Liby mode that I uploaded on Molitown on this platform, on this channel. The guy came there and was saying that, what did he say? He said something about, yes, sheep, like fool. You are trying to, you know that when you talk about Jovi's name, you blow. That's why you are talking about Jovi's name, Boko Gangai. So I just replied, another sheep. I left it. He came this morning. I think he saw the thing. He really then he wrote a long paragraph again. I've had time to read it, but I always enjoy when I agitate. Like when you try to make me put me in a bad mood, I agitate you more because I don't let those comments affect me. Because I know that if you take your time, okay, it's like yours are frozen. If you take your time to stay that you want to talk with me, to insult me, to beef with me. Now I'm talking to you guys, okay? I think that's frozen. This whole thing, this thing that we are doing between Cameroon and The thing is disturbing, but we'll figure the thing out. Okay, I'll figure it from my end so that every day on this podcast, this way we will not be facing the same problem about the thing freezing. Either mine is freezing or hers is freezing, or both cameras are freezing, or the sound is going off, or you see, yeah, she's gone off. I think because in Cameroon, she just complained even before we started this podcast. She was complaining about light electricity in Cameroon, and yeah, so I think the same thing has just happened. Maybe her phone has died. She was complaining that her phone was slow. But yeah, if you guys have anything to say about the negative comments, I don't know if I should just put myself on the screen, like fill the screen with mine. And let's talk while we wait for her. Okay, she's coming back. Yeah, is it electricity or what?
Hello?
Yep.
My device just went off.
Yep, that's what I was explaining. That's what I was trying to tell them that maybe her
Yeah.
phone has gone off again.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I am back.
Okay. So,
Mm.
yeah, I was simply trying to, yeah, I was still saying just the same thing. Like, I read all those comments and I don't let them affect me because,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know you, you don't know me. Unless I know you physically, then we can face it offline. We can handle it like when we meet, like we can talk about it. But if it's just a
Mm.
comment, you're commenting there just because you need attention, that's just it.
Yeah.
And before that person left comments on your video or your post to leave that negative comment on your post, it means they feel passionate about that thing. They feel like not offended, but they have a lot of passion for what they are
Mm-hmm.
talking about. Okay, so when they come with the wrong energy, like the negative energy, I realize that this guy is vulnerable. You know,
Okay.
yeah, this guy is vulnerable, so he's open, he's wide open, he's swinging with his hands down. So if I clap back with a negative comment, even one worse than the one he's giving me, you agitate
Mm-hmm.
him more. So that's just how I say it, but I don't even let it affect me that way, like that. If I get
Yeah.
upset or in a bad mood, just know something before that post made me angry.
But I want us to go a little bit to talk about celebrities responding to negative comments, because we have had celebrities who go the strategy of, okay, I'll ignore, but we have celebrities who actually engage in those comments.
Mhm.
So at any time, which time do you think it's okay for a celebrity to engage, and when is it not okay for a celebrity to engage?
uh, okay, let me just say, when it has to do with, if you have a project, it has to go with promo. If it is a celebrity or you have a movie or a song coming or a book, it depends on the topic
Mm-hmm.
of your book, or it depends on the topic of your album, or it depends on your brand, the lane
Yeah.
you're in. Okay, it just depends on your lane. So when these negative comments come up, like somebody like Joby, he needs to reply it when he has a project coming, because that's promo. He has to just reply it to keep the flame going, to keep the dialogue going, to keep the heat, because that heat will translate to streams and the rest. So some of the celebrities, the kind of time they need to reply to those beefs, have to do it when they have, especially rappers. Like, you have to reply when you're a rapper. That thing works well for
Mm-hmm.
rappers. But when you have somebody like a pop singer like Magasco or Daphne, the only person that I believe controversy sells for them, that is a pop singer, is Blanche Bailey. She likes
Mm-hmm.
controversy when she wants to release a song. If she just have anything negative about her online circulating, bubbling, she'll just release a song.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how she is, and it works for her. But there are some artists that they don't have to do it, and celebrities depend what kind of field or what kind of job you do. If you're an
Mm-hmm.
actor, you have to stay away from it. If not, you destroy the credibility of the movie. Like, if you have a brand like a shop, if you have a merchandise, like, yeah, you have to stay away from it, not to link your name or not to put your name against or give that kind of light to the brand you're trying to
Yeah.
sell. You see, but some of them you need to, if you have no project coming out, if you're about to tour, you just have to avoid it for your own sake. Like, don't reply it, because the more you talk, if you because sometimes you reply because those comments get to you. And when you
Mm-hmm.
reply because those comments got to you, you're vulnerable. So the more you keep talking, the more they keep agitating you, the more they keep poking at you. Okay? And when they
Mm-hmm.
poke at you, it's not great for your mental state, it's not great for your business and the project that you're about to release.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. When you're talking, what came to my mind is Magasco. I remember during the time the Corona thing just started, and
Mm-hmm.
Magasco put out a post talking about Corona and like giving suggestions on how the government could help combat Corona.
Mm-hmm.
And a fan came on that saying, now you're talking because you feel like this is going to create some buzz for you. When people were dying in the Southwest region, you could not. Now you feel like you can talk about this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and Magasco came on and responded, and he was like, check your facts, go back, you'll see that I spoke up about this and things. Then some people came on that were defending Magasco, and one
Mm-hmm.
person came and said, like, I don't think you needed to respond. But then again, I'm thinking, like, if somebody is directly coming at your image, like saying something which you know it's wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have nobody to speak up for you, what
Mm-hmm.
do you as an artist do? Somebody is degrading your image. Like, okay, for example, you have a brand, like an artist, you're a brand, and you have this image, and somebody is saying that, let me say, I know of, so I cannot remember, let me say, but I know of American celebrities who have been accused of cheating, have been accused of rape, have been accused of like really outrageous things. Like, so it might be true, it might not be true. I don't really know the facts behind all the things, but let me
Mm-hmm.
just say, for example, it's not true. You're an artist, it's not true, and somebody comes out saying all those kind of things. Do you keep
Mm-hmm.
quiet about that? Do you defend yourself about that? Like, I feel like at that point in time, when you need to respond, no matter what your brand is, because at the end of the day, there are some things that are more important than saying the artist nothing moves me or whatever. Like when it
Mm-hmm.
gets to, let me say, somebody starts attacking your family or attacking your loved ones, like that times that there comes a time when you need to speak up, you need to defend yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you were talking about that thing about Magasco making that post and somebody coming under to attack him or degrade his image or talk, thinking he's trying to cloud chase because of the
Mm-hmm.
Corona trend to release
Yes.
an album or to gain buzz, it
Yes.
it makes me remember, like, goes back to the point where there are some guys online that just live for that negative moment, because
Mm-hmm.
this is how this thing works. You will not see somebody wake up one day, okay, and just say they want to put just negative comments on your shit or on your post. Something is happening with them in their life at the moment. They don't feel good about themselves. They are trying to transmit that negative energy to you, like the artist. That's why you see Magasco trying to push out positive energy, and that kind of person or those kind of guys will just come in with negative energy. So there are some guys that live for that. The second thing is, some guys know that something positive, the same way everybody is putting something positive on that post, Magasco will just like it and move on. He will not give them the attention they need. So when they put something
Mm-hmm.
negative, and that always works. When you put something negative, and when he scrolls and sees that negative comments, he will stop and read it. And it may trigger him to reply. So sometimes some guys, those guys need attention. Some of them may be lonely. I can just say, yeah, that's just it. But some of them don't feel good about themselves when they do those kind of
Mm-hmm.
things. Yeah. They may be going
Mm-hmm.
through something, they may be lonely, and they just want to transfer that negative energy onto somebody. They just want you to feel bad. They want somebody else to feel the way they feel. And another one is just like they need attention now. Like, they just know that if they join everybody to put positive comments there, you ignore it, or you may just like it and pass, knowing that he's a fan. So yeah, some, and then going back to the point, like, sometimes they need to defend their image. Yeah, sometimes you need to defend your image, like just make a comment, like what Magasco said, just make one comment and let it be. So if bloggers have to talk about your reply, they'll just go with that one comment. There's nothing more. So from there, it doesn't matter what the guy say, what the guy adds. You've done your part. But continuing to reply, when the guy replies, you reply like talking. You don't have to talk with the fan, because some of them just want
Yeah.
that attention. Some of them just want that, because when you're replying the fan, anybody that comes under that post and see the comment, you talking with the fan, they'll just know, okay, yeah, who is this guy that Magasco is talking with? Who is he to Magasco, or what is his reputation? Some of them need just that attention in that comment section.
Mhm.
Yeah, because there everybody comes there, fans come there. You see hundreds of comments, thousands sometimes. They just want
Mm.
those few people that come there to like to notice that this artist that posted this thing and is having our attention
Mm.
has the attention of somebody else. But
Yeah.
yeah, some of them just need that attention. That's why they just go with a negative comment.
Mhm. Yeah, and now that I think about it, like I would say I've seen almost all Cameroonian artists respond at one point in time. Like I've
Mm,
seen some Cameroonian artists stay quiet, but I've seen like almost all. Like Daphne, I've seen her respond to people who comment, say things about her under the comment section. I've seen Stanley Eno even publicly respond to this person who had a parody account, Stanley
mm,
parody account, like
mm.
directly went at him like you're destroying my brand. Like I've seen almost all Cameroonian artists at one point in time defend themselves. Yeah, and it's true those people might be trying to seek attention at the end of
Mm.
the day. But I'm saying like there are times when you ignore, but there are times when you don't. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
Eric just left a comment. Eric said this topic is for bloggers like you, but I think you should ignore some of these comments. Yeah, Eric,
Mhm.
if you put positive comments like these comments, it is easy to say ignore it. It's very easy to
Mhm.
say that ignore it, but it's very difficult to ignore it.
Mhm.
That's a fact. It's very easy to say ignore the thing where you see it, just scroll past it. But if there are more than one, where you scroll past the first one, second one, like the third one will be like, who the fuck is this guy? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to, they just want that attention. Some of them want that. For somebody like a YouTuber, like on under my channel, for somebody like me, I can reply because it helps me. But on Facebook, like an artist on Facebook, you don't need to reply because when you reply on Facebook, you're helping the guy. You're giving what he's like, giving him what he wants, or giving the girl
Mhm.
what she wants, the attention
Mhm.
they need. That's just
Yeah,
it.
but I agree with Eric. Like ignore. That's that's my strategy. I totally agree with you, Eric. Like ignore it. Yeah. And at the end of the day, like we said, even for artists, if you're trying to do some marketing thing, if that will help you sell your product, then
Mm.
maybe you can engage bloggers, screenshot it, your name is out there, and you keep on doing your thing. Also,
Mm.
I'm feeling like, are you getting the background noise? Because there's a lot
Yeah,
of background noise.
yeah, but your voice is prevalent, so it doesn't bother. I know I can hear
Okay.
it, but your voice is the loudest thing I hear, like the prevalent part of it.
Awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of like I'm in front of the road. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah. So I was just saying, like I think you mentioned, like if that's your strategy, do it.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
will help
Eric also
yourself. Do
said.
it.
Yeah, Eric also said, I really appreciate the way Charlotte Panda handled the Charlotte Panda had managed these publications treating her as a lesbian. She didn't write anything about the situation, the matter.
The
No, she
matter stopped by
replied it.
itself.
Yeah,
She replied.
she replied.
What did she say?
She did a whole video about it. She did a video about it. It was on Molitown, the old one before it went that one. It was Molitown Africa. She did it. It was on
Wow.
the channel. Yeah, Eric, you need to
Okay.
list it. Yeah, that video went viral when she replied it. I think the
Okay.
thing had almost 400K views when we put it on Molita at the time when she replied
Uh huh.
it. Yeah, she's she said there are people who just like what I just said. There are guys who just sit and they see photos and they like what we just said. Look, post that of him. There are some guys that just want to create a narrative because they believe that those narrative will bring them attention, and most of the things come from blogs. Like sometimes maybe blog, sometimes maybe gossip site, all these things. She replied it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she talked about it and just said, nah, she's not a lesbian. By the way, she has a son and all these things.
Mhm. Mhm.
So sometimes you need to, sometimes you feel like when it's going out of hand, you have to reply it.
You need to talk. You need to
Yeah,
speak up. You
just
need to
stay
speak up.
back, let it boil, let it grow, let it grow. When you see that it's going out of hand, you reply it. Even Malox, the time Malox got, they said Malox got assaulted in the club.
Mhm.
Yeah, Malox just ignored it. Pictures were circulating about him sleeping in the hospital and everything when he never even went to the hospital. It was like an
Mhm.
old pic. The guys were circulating. He just stayed. When he saw that the thing is going out of hand, like The video showed that it was a girl. He replied now and said, it was a girl, and he was set up in that place for that girl to hit him. And how did the girl even come into the club with that bat? It was a baseball bat. So he was asking, how did the girl even come into the club? Okay, now I can hear that noise. How did the girl even come into the club with a baseball bat? That it was just a setup, and he cannot hit a girl. If it was a guy, then he would squabble with a guy, like he would fight with him. But since it was a girl, he had to just let it slide. So sometimes you just have to wait, see how far it goes. If the thing is not slowing down, then you reply. Hello?
Yeah, I muted my call
Yeah,
because
I
like
heard the noise.
some serious noise started there.
Yeah,
I want to go to my place. My phone has charged a little bit. So I want to go
yeah.
to my place now. Then, yeah, I'll continue from there.
Okay, but
Uh-huh.
maybe we can continue on your channel, like tomorrow or Monday.
My channel is Monday, right?
Yep, we can continue your channel on Monday when you guys sort that thing. At least I've solved my own problem. They told me that everything
Right.
will be fine, and I hope my own problem is solved, and I hope you solve yours.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep. So guys, this thing it always fucks up every time we want to start. At least today's today has its own problems. Today is not the sound or the quality. Today is just life shit. Yeah, don't worry, we'll fix it slowly but surely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, slowly
with
but
time,
surely.
with time, everything will stabilize. So thank you, Eric, for
Yeah.
your contribution.